feel like every great love story has some kind of tragedy. Like, for instance, like, you know, my wife and me, that's a great love story. If she ever loses me, that's a tragedy for her. Do you get what I'm saying?
I like Jacqueline Wilson books a lot, actually. I did all of them.
I love Jacqueline
Even though I
Wilson.
felt like I couldn't 100% relate to their experiences, it was fascinating.
Tracy Beaker.
Yeah, Tracy Beaker. I never really read Tracy Beaker, I just watched it.
Jacqueline Wilson.
Yes.
You never read Tracy Beaker though?
I didn't know.
Which book stood out to you?
All the one, like, you know, Lola Rose, the girls, what's it called? Oh, this is a long time ago. Girls Out Late, sorry.
Girls Out Late.
It would have annoyed me if I didn't remember.
Girls Out Late.
Yeah, you know, they had like a sequel of different ones with the same characters. I remember the girl's name was Ellie.
Oh,
so
wow.
I remember Ellie.
I feel like a lot of characters were called Ellie.
Well, that one.
Ellie or
I'm
Kate
specifically.
and Tracy and Ellen and any other generic.
Go on.
I'm not going to carry on. Carry on. They wasn't called Maria, that's all I can say.
No, they wasn't called Maria. They weren't called Sully either.
They was not called Sully. What a shame on them.
I'm not going to say Harry Potter because I would be lying. I listened to other people read Harry Potter in school, but I just watched the movies.
Okay, fair enough.
So I realised with age that I came away from...
Are you having an age crisis? You keep on mentioning your age. Is your birthday coming up?
It is, yeah. I'm going to be 30 this year.
Oh, I can sense it. That it's
it's in August though, so you know.
August, so you've got a few more months of living reckless.
Yeah, I'm going to be 30.
Enjoying your 20s. Go on. So yeah, with age.
With age, I realised that I liked fiction maybe as a teenager, but then I came away from fiction and just was more interested in factual books, basically.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I can't really name that many, because as a teenager, I wasn't actually. Oh wait, another one, The Idol Muslimah. That was when I was coming out of the fiction stage, and I went into factual, and that was one of the first books I read, and it really inspired me religion-wise as well to get more on point.
Can you tell me about that book? I don't think I've actually read that book.
So there's two. They're like a pairs. Like there's the Idol Muslim for the brothers, and the Idol Muslimah for the girls. Yeah. And it's just a breakdown of so many different things within Islam, like from ritual, from character, from, you know, stories of like the wives, like in case of the Prophet, the book for the sisters, the wives of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and then vice versa for I never read the Idol Muslim, but the Idol Muslim, I'm sure they're pretty similar. Yeah.
And how does that change young Maria at what age were you when you read it? A lot younger, obviously, but what age?
That was probably like 15, maybe.
15.
Yeah, 15.
15 years ago. That sounds like a long time ago.
It was a long time
really
ago.
Does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, next time we'll go to an Islamic bookshop. We'll do a Maria special.
We should do that. We should actually do that.
I'll have a pile. I'll be like, because that was my phase where I was like, I think a lot of teenagers start to search for something. I don't know what it is. There's something significant during those years. Because even my friends, like I had friends that were turning more to Christianity. They were going to church on Wednesday. I didn't even know you could go to church on Wednesday. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's when you've really been hit with the spirit. Yeah. And Wednesday.
Wednesday, Sunday, like New Year's Eve, everything. And then there was like obviously the Muslims who were more practice in terms of praying 5 times a day, like understanding why we fast in Ramadan, so not just like trying to watch movies all day and then eat at night, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I think that was a really significant time, and books definitely helped shape who I was as a Muslim. Yeah. And being a Muslim is not just about ritual, it's about your character as well.
100%. So. Outside of the Idol Muslimah, what books did you feel like didn't connect with you as a child? Like, you know, I feel like we was always overwhelmed with a lot of books in English, etc. What books were you like, nah, I don't really like this book?
The kind of like, what's it, How to Kill a Mockingbird, all them.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
You know what?
That is a literary classic. Maria.
I know it is, but that's what I'm trying to say.
How dare you disrespect a literary classic?
But they just didn't gel with me.
How much of it did you read? I haven't read it. Harper Lee, I haven't read it.
Yeah. I know they're classics. That's why I feel like nervous even saying this out loud.
Speak your truth. This is the.
But yeah, those books they didn't really gel with me. I guess some, again, novels and stuff where I'm just like this. Like I'm not into reading sci-fi or horror, and like I don't like that genre. In to be honest, if I don't like something in film, I'm not going to read it as a book either. So.
What's your favorite genre?
I do like sci-fi though in film.
Yeah, I think everyone.
I don't like horror though.
Yeah, horror is hit and miss.
And I don't really like sad romantic films unless it's a true story.
You don't like romantic films?
If it's a true story,
where is your heart?
I just talked about the idol Muslimah and connecting with God. My heart is there. It's just when it comes to romance, if it's sad, if the undertone is sad, I just don't like anything that has like negative undertones. So like horror is negative. It's trying to instill fear and you feel uncomfortable, and then something romantic that's sad also does the same thing. That's why only if it's a true story, because then I feel like
But romance is sad.
Some value to it.
Love is tragedy. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a fan of. That's the one Shakespeare I wasn't a big fan of.
But okay, I'm not a massive Shakespeare fan, but I feel like for romance to be good, there has to be an element of tragedy.
Yeah, there does. But then if it's got a happy ending, great. That's why I like maybe rom-coms.
I hear you.
You just know it's gonna end positive.
But I feel like every great love story has some kind of tragedy. Like for instance, like my wife and me, that's a great love story. If she ever loses me, that's a tragedy for her. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's always an element of tragedy undertone.
Yeah, and vice versa, I'm sure.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that ending, but I'm just telling you. So I read fiction and non-fictional books as well. Like I have no kind of preference. I feel like you gain from each. But I noticed that like you lean towards the fiction a lot more.
Fact. But you know what? I say that, but then
non-fiction. Sorry, yeah, you
non-fiction.
Non-fiction.
But these are examples, I guess, of fictional books that except for this one. This one's
Prisoners of Geography.
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
10 maps that tell you everything you need to know about global politics. You picked this.
Yeah.
Where did you pick this from?
Upstairs.
And you're gonna read this?
I've read it already.
You read this book?
I've just got the last few pages to read, but I've pretty much.
How many is the last few pages? Like I know that it's like English homework. I've got the last few pages, and you got like a chapter, four chapters.
No, maybe one chapter. That's not even one chapter. Like I'm on the last chapter. So.
Seriously. So what did you learn from this?
It's really interesting. It just So what I try to do with books is just in one line have like what is the overall message, and then it will spark other conversations. So for this, the overall message is no matter how civilized and culturally diverse or however the world advances, it will always be down to geography. Like the basic thing about the way that God has created Earth will be the cause of mass construction or mass destruction. Basically, it's just down to land. That's it. When you look at war, when you look at just problems between people, ultimately it's not borders, it's just geography. And that's kind of my takeaway from this. Like
you really sold this book to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Like even now when you look at war, what are they fighting? It's for land. Like it's something so simple. It's not nothing too, high tech. It's literally just down to the basics. Like it's just land resources and that's it. So yeah, where people are positioned geographically, that shapes how advanced or how behind they can be, essentially, so
no, this sounds interesting. I was gonna troll you and say that maybe you don't have a lot of friends, but this actually sounds like super interesting.
What's me not having a lot of friends got to do with this book? Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know, it just looks like something that someone who doesn't have friends would be reading on the train.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean?
Everyone who finds this book
or
amazing.
at the park. You see someone at the park with a dog and they're just reading the kind of book and you look at it and it says Prisoners of Geography, 10 maps that tell you everything you need to know.
I would love to know what you're reading.
So what about this other book, We Are the Birds of Uganda?
So I actually put this one out because I have it and I haven't started reading it.
Oh really?
So
What's it about?
Interested. Oh, I was hoping maybe you. Because it's fiction. I know you like fiction.
I like fiction, but sometimes
it's a new one. It's
political fiction. Okay, if it's new, I haven't read it. Normally, new books. I like to read old books.
Wait, it's fiction, but I feel like actually no.
It's like political. It's literary fiction.
It's political. Oh my god, I got to.
It's literary fiction.
Politics going on.
No, but it means you're a deep person.
Yeah. So like even if
at
it is
some
fiction,
level.
even if things are fiction, I still like them to have some substance.
So you like literary fiction?
Okay,
that's what you like. Yeah. So basically, if you read a book like The Kite Runner, for instance.
Yeah.
Even though it's about like the journey of this guy and this young boy, but it's also about what was going on in that time. A Thousand Splendid Suns.
Yes.
It's about Afghanistan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Alchemist.
Exactly. But Alchemist is more like. It's more fiction than A Thousand Splendid Suns. Like books like that and like The Kite Runner and what's the other one I read? A lot of Khalid Hussein's book have like a literary fiction undertone where it's like it's based in a political time. Chimamanda's books are like that as well.
Yeah.
You like basically you like literary fiction.
And I think the reason that I like it is because it still has elements of like factual
Yeah. Have you ever read Brick Lane by Monica Ali?
No.
So that's maybe I'm referencing because I think she's a Muslim writer, but it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Or another book called Madrasa on Rainy Days. It's another book. Although they're about the story of people. Yeah. This is written by a woman called Samina Ali. They're based in like political times, so you're learning about the political, social, economic context of what's happening. What was the book that made you cry?
Book that made me cry?
Yeah, tears, you know, emotions.
There's not been like a book that any human has written that's made me cry. So
that's fine. What book has any like alien written that?
Well, not alien, God maybe.
Okay,
perhaps,
sorry,
you know?
spiritual book. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no,
I thought you were talking like an animal or horse. Like, God. I can't argue that.
So the Quran I think is probably the only book I can think of off the top of my head that made me cry.
Have you finished the Quran before?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A couple times, yeah.
A couple times.
Yeah.
That's really I'm just saying because a lot.
But in English.
Okay.
I mean, I can read the Arabic, but I'm slow. It'll take me like a decade.
No, I feel like a lot of people have never finished the Quran like you. I'm saying, like myself included. I've read it so many times, so many different parts, but I couldn't say that I've read it chapter to chapter. Have you ever read a book to impress someone?
Not to impress no one, no.
No?
Another religious book. I did read the Bible.
Really?
Not the whole Bible, not back to front.
Yeah.
That was more because, again, teen years where everyone's finding themselves, and then me and my best friend Nyla, Nyla. And funny enough, John Boyega.
Oh wow! Is that your best friend too? Are you begging?
I just said Nyla's my best friend, and I mentioned John. John's my boy.
But the way you jumped his name in there, were you trying to imply that he's your best friend as well?
There's a reason.
Okay, sorry. It seemed like you was reaching for a best friend.
Sorry, wait. Are you really doing? Okay, I'm gonna wait for the perfect moment and just rinse you. But
I'm not rinsing you. I'm literally asking questions.
That was when Nyla actually she became Muslim when we were 17.
Oh, mashallah.
And during that time, John is like a practicing Christian, and Nyla was at the time as well, and it was just me getting like bullied.
So you pulled her to the dark, well, not the dark side, but
no, it was two against one. So I had to. It wasn't again to impress anyone, but it was for me to just be able to like hold my ground. So I would read the Bible to be like, all right, guys, but none of y'all read the Quran, so that, but it was good though. It was like, why not?
I really enjoy the Bible.
Yeah.
Some of my earliest memories, my grandma is a very, very devout Christian till this day. My dad still drives her to the church every Sunday, although my dad is Muslim. And when we were kids, she used to open the Bible and read us stories to bed every single night. Aww. So that being said, when I do speak to a lot of Christians, like I do know like a lot of the stories, Joseph, Samson, David, Solomon. Do you get what I'm saying? I really, really enjoy the Bible.
Yeah.
What other spiritual books have you read?
That's it.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't read. I mean, in terms of spiritual books, like it's within like the Islamic construct. I've read.
Yeah, so feel free.
Rumi, the
poet? Of course everybody knows Rumi,
Sorry, I can't remember the name of the book, but I just know what it looks like. It's a little blue book that I've got, and it's just a compilation of a lot of his poetry.
Rumi is amazing.
Yes, that's really good.
I wanted to talk about your journey from rags to riches, how you came out of the slums of Northwest to be...
I'm still in Northwest.
Okay, but you was featured in Rihanna's Fenty campaign.
Yeah.
Since then, you've done so much activism. You traveled around the world raising money for charities, making documentaries for charities. So you make films. And you model sometimes, very strict parameters. I don't know what your relationship is modeling right now, but I mean I know you're into film and activism. So where's that coming together then for you, like moving forward?
Right now, I have a pretty big project in the pipeline, which I'm just not going to talk about because every time I talk about something big, and then if it flops.
No, not in my presence. If you talk about in my presence, then it's more than likely going to manifest.
Inshallah, God willing. But anyway, there's something there. But in the meantime, because I still got to work in between that time, still modelling.
Yeah.
I just signed to a new modelling agency.
Oh, wow.
And then
more Fenty campaigns, yeah?
Who knows?
Do you talk to Rihanna?
Nah.
The big panda and the tiny dragon?
Yes, I do. I like animals.
You like animals?
I do like animals. If I studied medicine, I would have become a vet.
How does medicine... vets are called veterinarians, right?
I know, but they have to study medicine. You have to have some understanding of animal biology, no? Can't just start cutting up people's pets.
Vets don't study medicine, do they?
Oh my God, please, someone here to just...
Do vets study medicine?
If I gave you my dog and said it's sick, I'm going away though, can you just, I don't know, operate on it? Would you know what to do without any background? Of course not.
Well, I'm not a vet. And I'm not a medical student either. So I
Oh,
wouldn't
medical
have...
student, ding ding, keyword. Why would you think that if they don't study medicine?
Because I was implying that we were saying they study medicine.
It's gonna
You can
bother
Google
me.
it right now.
So I Google it right now.
You can Google it right now.
Okay,
We can
please.
end the show on this. Why do you like this book, The Big Panda and Tiny
It's
Dragon?
so beautiful. You just read one page. It's just...
I'll read one page while you're Googling
Oh, there's
whether
no
vets study
service.
medicine.
There's no service.
Excuses. A new day and a new beginning, said the tiny dragon. What shall we do with it? Which is important? Asked the big panda. The journey or the destination? The company, said the tiny dragon.
So beautiful.
I like
isn't it?
that.
That's
I like that. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's
I knew
hard.
you'd appreciate it.
That's hard.
Like,
I'm gonna get this book. This book is hard still.
Yeah.
I wish this moment could last forever, said the tiny dragon. This moment is all there is, smiled the big panda. Oh, you put me on, Maria. You put me on. Out of all my rinsing, you really put me on.
This book is so nice. I read it all in a day because I just kept... It was not that hard. It was only a few.
Yes, like 2 lines per page, Maria. I'd be surprised.
I'd
I'd be surprised if you
2
did.
minutes of compliments. Not even that.
No, Maria. Thank you very, very much for your time. Really
Thank
appreciate you indulging us.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to share, like a freestyle, before we go?
Nah. I wanted to ask this. Does everyone get cussed on your show? Is this a special edition?
Cussed? Why would I cuss people? This is a book show. This is not a cussing show. It's not a game
All right.
show.
No, I just wanted to understand. I don't need to ask any more questions.
Yeah. Well,
I'm good. Yeah. No, this is it. Like, yeah.
So the last question we can sign off is, do vets study medicine?
I couldn't check.
Answer in the comments below.
Yeah, please do. Please, guys, answer in the comments below.